Go.
Hello, everyone. Glad to see you there.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Today we're here to play the Expanse Osiris Reborn beta, which released recently, actually 2 days ago. And my name is Natilian, community manager at Owlcat Games. And let me introduce other guests here. I've got Gala. She's also a community manager at Owlcat Games. Our dear guests Loyalty and WolfheartFPS. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi.
And last but not least, Leonid. He is the game design director on the Osiris Reborn game.
Hi everyone.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about the game. Maybe you have some questions before the start.
Oh, I have some questions from our community. The first one is for our guests, for Duality and Wolfheart. The community wants to know how much do you know about the books and the show? Or do you just play games? Are you just here for the game?
Adlo.
No, you first, Wolfheart. Come on.
Okay, I am currently on season 3 of The Expanse on
That's a great
Amazon
season.
Prime, and I'm very much enjoying it so far. And I also have a couple of the books on my bookshelf that I plan on diving into before 1.0. And I'm kind of a sci-fi noob in a way. It's only over the last year or so that I've been getting into sci-fi, and I owe some of that to the Expanse TV show. Really enjoying it, and yeah, I can't wait to read the book. So hopefully I'm
You never played
somewhat
Mass
of a lore
Effect?
expert. I played Mass Effect 1, but that's
Oh.
it. We're not supposed to say that.
Only
publicly,
one?
Laura. Oh, great. Now I'm
Okay.
exposed.
It's
I'll play
okay,
2
it's
and 3
okay.
soon. I promise.
Okay. You better.
How about you, Lua? You're watching the show right now, aren't you?
Actually, I may or may not have stayed up until like 5 in the morning the last because I was making sure I watched everything. And yesterday, I finished every season of the show. I do plan on checking out the books, especially because, the show doesn't do all the books. So I need to now read the books to keep going a bit more.
Yeah, how far are we supposed to, in the show, you guys said this game is going to be maybe a couple episodes into season 3 in terms of the timeline of events?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's about mostly during the season 2 and somewhat start of the season 3. So basically, that there is a very big event you can't miss in the Expanse universe. We're just
Yeah.
before that event.
I
what
gotta
I'm talking
say,
about.
after watching a few seasons of the show and then playing the beta, it was really cool. I don't want to spoil anything in the beta. I'm sure we're going to be playing it here shortly, but it just seeing that scene on the TV, the news going on about an event that happened in the TV show, but we're kind of on our own journey. I think it's super. I definitely recommend people check out the show because I think it's going to elevate your experience a little bit. You don't have to watch it, but I really appreciated that. So.
I'll be honest with you guys. This is going to be my first look at the game, like this, but right after the stream, I'll also be playing the alternative path of what we do in my stream as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for today.
I need to join and watch that. Really interested to see how you do with the alternative pass.
I can't wait. Can't wait. I hope we'll get some hard choices.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Previously, you have said in interviews that I may or may not have done with you that is it just to confirm, is it really true that depending on your choices, you could get very severe consequences in the game?
Yep. can confirm that there are consequences to your choice, and one of those choices is shown during this beta part. So I think we will see at least one of the consequences today. Well,
Okay.
actually, there is more to that, and some of the consequences can be seen in this part of the game, but most of them will be just out of our scope today and the later parts of the game.
Yeah, because it's better when your choices have consequences that are down the road rather than instantly, because otherwise you can just reload and there's no consequences, right?
Sure, yeah, we know that.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see the consequences with the companions, because the way you guys set them up, it seems like there's a lot of contrast between them. You have some from Earth, you have Belters, you have Martians, and I'm really excited to see how you guys play into that. You know, when you make a decision in the story, it just makes sense that there's going to be some conflict there, just from watching the show, as to how they all think differently and they take different sides. So,
What
is
do
that
you
something-
mean? They all get along so well.
Wow.
But not
At
like
some
that.
point, maybe, yeah.
I was just being
Actually,
sarcastic.
Talking about excitement, the community is asking, I guess it's for Leo. What feature are you most looking forward to seeing players' reactions to? No spoilers.
During the beta or otherwise?
They didn't specify, but I guess
Yeah, okay.
it's open
well,
to interpretation.
There's a lot of features I want to see feedback on. Still craving for more feedback on most of the systems of the game, but mostly I think eager to see the feedback on some of the stuff that are not shown in the beta, especially the faction system, politics, intrigues, all the stuff that was left out of scope of the beta, unfortunately. But really looking forward to see feedbacks from our players on how that plays out.
So the game will be like as political as the show.
Definitely the politics and the intrigue is a massive and very important part of the Expanse universe. So yeah, we have focused some of our content on that part of the universe.
Do you have a favorite companion, Leo, out of curiosity?
Yeah, probably. Most of
And
them.
why is it
I like
Regina?
most of them. No. I think
Regina,
my
yeah.
favorite is 𝑡𝑒𝑙 still, because it's 𝑡𝑒𝑙. You got to see him to like him.
I have a quick question about
Yeah.
Tio,
You
if
got
you
to
don't mind.
hear him.
Yeah.
So Tio is a combat medic, from what I read.
Mm-hmm.
So is there going to be like a big difference between having him in your party versus not having him in your party when it comes to healing and stuff like that?
He's not exactly combat medic.
Okay.
Well,
He's a doctor.
he's a ship medic, so he has doctor proficiency, I could say. But it's not like that. We have the MMO trio of tank, DPS, and healer in the party. It doesn't work like that with the shooter mechanics. So he has his own perks and abilities focused around his profession, but it's not like it makes that much difference in terms of survivability or something like that.
Okay.
He's still a very capable fighter, and mostly what he does in combat is helping you in an offensive way.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
I have a question that you probably can't answer.
Okay.
Can you tell us what? Because we know that the game starts at, you said, more or less season 2, 3, in between there.
I think it starts around maybe end the first season, something like that.
Oh, end of the first season. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's
And-
basically after 3 years incident.
Okay. Can you say how long would the game will stretch? Will it go like beyond the show, or you have your own side way that you're going, or no comment?
I think it's safe to say that in terms of timeline of the show, most of the events of the game are stretching between the Eris incident and the creation of the ring. I think it's somewhere in the third season. So we're not going beyond the rings.
Oh,
The
okay.
narrative is focused on the solar system.
Okay, cool. So you're saying that there's going to be another game?
Not saying that yet. It's too early to say that.
Okay.
That was a good
Sorry.
try.
We actually got a lot of questions about our plans for the future. Might be a bit early. People ask how many DLC we plan, how many games we plan.
A bit
Do we
early to
plan
talk
make
about that.
the trilogy. Yeah, let's release this one first.
Sure. So true.
So I guess.
So shall we start?
Yeah, we wanted to start with playing our last gameplay trailer once again for those who didn't see it before, and then jump straight to the gameplay. So if you're okay with that, I will play it right now.
Sure, go on.
It was like another life. Everything made sense to you.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in on that?
Now, every voice a tight beam.
ℎ𝑒𝑙𝑝𝑠 will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
We need him alive!
Locked on to you. Like a torpedo.
Do not interfere.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong.
Series belongs to Belters. I didn't become a mercenary to run away from my enemies.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its own enemies in.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend?
We have to find our own answer.
And we are back, and now ready to start the game. Here's a small,
Oh,
a small story what happened before the events of the beta. And now we can,
basically Eros happened,
yeah, it has happened.
and now we're selecting the preset, and people ask, will there be a Martian option? Why is it not in beta?
Inversion option. You mean the control inversion option?
No, Martian.
People want
Immersion.
Martians.
Ah, Martians. Okay, sorry.
People want to be
misheard
Martians,
everything.
Martian Marines,
Yeah,
and
sure.
wear Bobby's armor.
There definitely will be Martians in the final version of the game. Just something that we haven't prepared for the beta. So at the final version of the game, you will have a proper character creation tool. You will be able to choose between Martian, Belter, and of course Earther. and you will be able to adjust your appearance, choose between several playstyles and all stuff like that. Maybe some other stuff that I can talk about yet. But for the betas, we just made a few presets. Basically, there are appearance preset for Earther and for Belter. Belter is female, Earther is male, and two gameplay presets, Officer and Hacker.
As far as the twin goes, how much customization do we have over the twin?
We actually still working on that part. We will have some pre-gen appearance of the twin based on your choices in character generator. So some of the perks will be set, such as Tattoo. Tattoo is part of his personality, so you won't be able to change that. But for the rest, you will be able to make some tweaks to the twin, to Jay.
Cool. So sorry, I missed. So when the game is out, can we actually play as Martians as well?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay.
You want to play Martian Marine in a big armor too?
Okay, awesome.
So we recently...
I can't guarantee the Martian armor. It's this different story, but still you can play a Martian.
Martians still have very sexy armor though. Like, their armor is the sexiest, I think.
I agree. They do have some sexy armor.
No one else is Beltalowda in here? Just a bunch of Martians?
Well, I'm Beltalowda.
Okay.
I can take sides, you know.
So we had a recent poll about who will play which origin during the beta, and most of our players voted for Earther Officer. So I think we'll go for Belter Hacker this time. Just to show
just to upset them.
Just to show them a different playstyle.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's probably the one they will play, right? So
yeah, if everyone's playing Norther Officer, we should play something else. By the way, we have a question. What does it mean to be a Belter Officer? I guess
as
it's
I
about
said,
the name of the
it's not. Yeah, it's not like you Belter Officer. It means that you're a Belter and you play Officer class. So
yeah, it's a play style like a class. Means you're good with guns. And
yeah,
with leadership.
Yeah, it's some kind of soldier or assault guy, something like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you were like an officer, an OPA or anything.
No.
I hear a question. If you play as a Belter, do you have a bigger hitbox, a taller hitbox?
Oh, my man Zafar.
Well, yes and no, because you're still definitely taller, bigger, as you can see right now in the picture. But it does not affect your combat capabilities, because the main combat mechanic is still cover system, and in cover, we actually managed to fit our Lanka Belters in the same capsule when they're crouched. They took about the same amount of space as the Earther. It was a bit of a challenge because they're a bit taller, but still we managed to fit them into a cover.
All girl problems.
They would just have like some lower back pain.
Probably.
Oh, thanks God they live in low gravity. They'll be fine. I also saw someone asking about Regina's high heels. How does she feel to walk in high heels? Well, she walks in 1/3 of Earth's gravity, so she's fine.
Yeah, it's about 0.3
Regina's
G,
legs are fine.
mostly.
She's doing amazing. She can probably, I don't know, do gymnastics in high heels.
Okay, so I think we need to pick up a dialogue option here to tell Zafar that we don't really know what happened, or tell the truth that disease was spread on purpose. I personally think that we should be honest with him. What about you?
Well, I want Zafar to be a bro. I trust Zafar completely.
So do I.
Yeah. Me too.
The outbreak is real.
Let's be
Well,
honest, Zafar.
I guess I'll pick the other option just so we can't all agree and we have to discuss it. No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just be
You can
straightforward.
pick it
with
on
him.
your next playthrough.
They blew up the piranha when it was leaving.
Yeah, and then we will go watching your stream to check other options.
We didn't know these guys like you did, Zafar.
And see how Zafar is hurt
I'm
by
so sorry.
your lack of faith.
Such cruel irony. Not to die
Can be,
in combat,
actually.
but on vacation. Report to Director O'Connor.
Community is asking, do we plan to release character creator early? And will it have more appearance options than our previous
You could
games?
say that. She was our ticket off Eros.
No, I think we don't have any plans on releasing character creator early as a standalone or something like that. I know that's a nice feature, but in our very tight production schedule, it might be too much of an overhead for the production team. As for the options, we plan to have proper character creation with makeups, tattoos, and facial hair,
Face
hairstyles, face customization, body customization. So it's quite a big step from what we've done before.
Really appreciate it. Sorry,
Yeah,
we
like,
need to go now.
think about it this way. When in Pathfinder or Warhammer, you are customizing a mini that will represent you on the table. And here you are customizing
Next
your
up,
character's full
report to the
appearance and
boss.
how they will look in cutscenes. Really close. So it's a totally different thing.
Okay, now I will enter the Pinkwater 4 station and explore it a bit. And meanwhile, you can chat and answer some questions.
Let's go visit Larry.
Awesome. Somebody in my chat is asking if there will be diverse hairstyles as well, because they like their fashionable hairs.
I've seen quite a few of diverse hairstyles. You will be able to choose from quite a few options.
Finest moment.
I know this is a question you are probably quite tired of answering, Leo, but but I still see it being asked. So for the people who are seeing the game for the first time, could you go over a little bit of what you would say that makes this game with exciting RPG elements?
I don't know where to start. Too much.
Kill checks.
Kill checks, definitely. I think the core structure of the game, it's still very much an Owlcat game. So in a very spine, of the game backbone, we were developing it, keeping in mind that the things we really like about the games, the deep narrative, the choices and consequences, deep relations between characters, and of course complex RPG systems, interesting exploration, lots of skill checks, and all of that. So it's not just a cinematic experience; it's proper RPG. That what makes it exciting.
Also, when you talk about relationship between the characters, are you talking about romance?
Romance are included there as well. But you have a team, you have a lot of companions, and
Group romance?
I can't comment on that now.
Oh!
We got so many questions about romances, guys. My favorite one is, can we hold Zafar's hand? I think Zafar just blew everyone's socks off.
Great voice actor, by the way. I haven't looked into who
Yeah,
that is, but
He,
man,
he,
that's
he's
really
great,
good.
yes. Not sure about holding Zafar hands, but I think he would appreciate it. Knowing his character, he would really like it.
He would make you coffee.
Can all the
Well,
companions
that's
be
for sure.
romanced, or is there only a limited number?
Still can't reveal information about that.
Oh, by the way,
I've been trying, guys.
Yeah,
He's just
I know.
very good at not sharing.
that's a nice detail here when you are playing as an Elfer, I think. You don't see these clarifications about Belter's language.
Yeah,
in
if
this.
if you're playing in India, you will not see, you will not understand Langbelta. Langbelta is a language only Belters speak. You can kind of learn it. I don't know if we can learn it in our game though, if you're not a Belter.
Is it better with our girl?
But
No,
if you,
it's a secret knowledge of Belters only.
yeah, they don't share it with in Yaloda.
No. And actually, what you've seen, those translations are currently in braces. It's a work in progress feature. I think it will be presented slightly different. So it will be, some kind of synchronization on the go, changing the Belter words for English ones.
Oh.
So many questions about Belters here. For example, are the voices final? Will our twins speak more Belter? Will they use more Belter language? Because in the beta they only count 𝑝𝑢𝑟𝑡, and 𝑝𝑢𝑟𝑡 is an inner corporation, so they don't really get to use their secret knowledge of Langbelta on the base.
Well, actually, in the Expanse universe, not every Belter commonly uses Creole as the main language. It depends on the culture, that surrounds him at the moment. Some of the Belters, like for example Naomi or Miller, they almost do not use Creole when talking, just because they work in different environment and they work with Xenia and they learn to talk like Xenia, and that's the case for our characters. Not that they will not use Creole, they will. But not as much as, for example, some people in Medina and series that have grown up in Medina and just staying there and using Creole as their day-to-day language with each other. So it's just different environments, so they will have less Creole words than the average Medina slums guys.
I think we'll have some interest in Langbelta, but we'll talk about it in the future. We planned something interesting about it.
Yeah, I really hope that we will do some dev diary about that, but I'm not sure if it will fit our schedule.
Yeah, because it's a very interesting thing to work on.
It's quite a unique thing for the universe, yes, because
you can actually
some of
see
them.
a bit here with Larry. I mean, Larry is obviously a Belter, but he works at Dispatch, so he can't speak in Creole. He has to speak in proper English, or O'Connell will kick him out into the airlock, probably. Now he'll fire him.
Poor Larry.
So I like how he speaks English, but he's just sometimes make Belter gestures when he's annoyed.
Yeah, we are.
That is true, and that's another very interesting part about Belter culture. That growing and living in outer Belt, they often work in the circumstances where sign language is better used for communication than just words. So they have a lot of gesture in their language, and they use them frequently. And we actually worked with a specialist that created this Belter sign language.
Nice. Uh, I would say that a lot of times we play and the media we consume sometimes as a form of escapism from our reality. And I could see that the situation of work, that they worked for over 30 days straight without a break. Wouldn't you say that that's touching too much the real side and not letting us escape?
You can escape from Larry. Larry can escape from his work.
Just an interesting question that I saw in chat. Somebody
Blast
asked
acting like that, a month without leave
if
can easily turn into a year.
are the
When's your next
worlds that you're
vacation?
visiting, do they have an
Any
open world
vacations
element?
postponed indefinitely until they find a replacement to take on some of the work.
That's their question.
But O'Connell
Yeah,
says
okay.
that could take months.
Not really what you'd call an
How many
open
people want
world.
to serve on
So we have
station
several
to be
locations
working
throughout the
major
solar
portions of
system,
the series?
and some of them are more open, some of them are more linear,
I'm
depending
trying.
on
But it's one or the other
the
in any
story
case.
mission
Either I
or
work
not,
myself to death,
depending on
or
the
I manage
consequence.
to make it to my
For
vacation.
example, if you visit Ceres,
And honestly, I'm at the point
the
where I don't care which comes
areas
first.
there are more not open site, if you could call that, because it's still a station inside the asteroid.
You
It's
work with a
tight.
guy named
It's
Harry.
very packed with people. So you
I know.
couldn't
Hilarious.
actually name it an
Larry
open
and
world
Harry.
location because it's
I really
still
hope the next person I work
very
with won't
crowded
have any
and tight.
wisdom
But
leak out.
it's not linear. So you are free to explore, to go to. For example, Medina Market or
My
Medina
father was
Brothel
a tyrant,
or
but
something
my
like that.
mother was a gentle
Say what?
housewife.
Sounds like a setup for a
And
sitcom.
there are places to visit there and to explore.
Are you
That's what I'm
serious?
saying.
Sorry, go
Where
on.
was that
That's
brothel
awesome.
again?
When my father died, my
Medina.
mom directed
Medina.
me
Okay,
to
there you go.
Now she's upset I don't visit her on Ceres. I wanted to send her a gift.
The community is
but
asking,
Luciana charges
it's
an
an
arm and a leg
interesting
for
question.
delivery.
Can we influence
That's
a
why I'm
character's
so
personality?
glum,
Is
as
there
you put
something
it.
like alignment or Paragon Renegade system?
What gift would you give her?
Again, the
Oh,
Expanse
well,
universe is
it's just a painting.
slightly
She
less,
loves men things.
When did you have
monochrome
time to
in
paint
such things
something?
than
I painted during what others call
others.
free time.
There's a lot of gray
My practice
morale
called
and
a brief moment between work
non-linear
and sleep.
choices and
Each
tough
day, I go to bed, and
topics to
voila.
discuss. So
It's not that big a
we're not
deal.
doing it similar to Mass Effect, where there was Paragon and Renegade. You
We
can
can
be
deliver the
either a
gift to
good
your home.
paladin or wicked
Yeah, I want
villain.
something good for my head.
It's more
I'm
like
tired of all this
we have
despair.
several archetypes you can
Oh,
play with. You
that
might
would be
be
really nice.
more
My mom's
altruistic, more
super brave, and
egoistic, more
she's
like on
pissed.
this
Won't
survivalist
answer any of my
stuff,
calls.
keeping
Just asks
yourself
me for
safe.
info.
So
I give
there
her
are
a deal.
ways to
I'll
role
have
play your
something in my
character.
painting on the ship while you speak to
I
O'Connell.
cannot tell if
And
yet
please, don't
that we're
open the
not
package.
covering that information now.
Thank
If
you.
it will be a system or not, but I can say that we have several
See you
ways
later.
to role play and several archetypes that are set in there.
Okay, so I just saw something that made me freak out internally and a little bit externally. The little dinosaurs on the table. I remember seeing somebody with a certain. Oh, so cute! I remember seeing a particular school bag that had those cute dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So do you have anything like you can decorate, or can you have like a base system, maybe pets, maybe something like that?
On your ship, you have your cabin, and you can actually fill it with various stuff. But it's not like a decoration system now, unfortunately, and no real pets there. It's a bit harsh environment to have a cat on your ship, you know.
Oh.
Okay. But our founders can have a cute Owlcat toy
Oh,
in their
cute.
kitchen. Yeah.
You need to add some little dinosaurs as well. Please.
I know.
They're so cute.
Can we collect them? petition to make them collectibles in the game. I want to steal them from Larry. Larry.
Yeah, along with that gift he wanted us to deliver. They should be a
He
payment.
has to pay.
Yeah, exactly. Let's now talk to Luciana, I think.
Oh.
Yeah,
you're back
Luciana.
already? Wait, so you flew in on that?
I guess she
I
might
just
have
got back
some
from
nice
Europa, updated
equipment
my
for
range
us.
of products and bought all the orders from my last visit.
She has
For
a
example,
skill
your
check,
boss O'Connell
and
ordered some
people
wool socks and
asked
5
how
packs
do
lens
skill checks work
Finding the
in
socks
the
was
game.
hardest part.
And I think we can demonstrate it with Luciana.
Zafar Hijazi bought
Sure, we
flashlights
can,
for
yes.
whole
I think
A
she
little
has a
bit.
persuasion
and
check
they're
for
better
for
than
Yeah.
extra gossip. She's
absolutely
very talkative
nothing
person, but still you
But we
can
play
get
in a
even
hacker,
more
and the
from
hacker
her.
has low persuasion, I think. Let's see
We
how
can
far
try.
we can go.
Let's try to ask everything.
I always wanted to ask how you ended up here.
Okay, go for more
Why is
gossip.
O'Connell working with a traveling vendor?
Yeah, let's gossip.
Yeah, working. Yet he's
I
still
will.
You need to
won't
ask
let me
her
further than the
why
central
she
hall.
gossips
Your
about
O'Connell
people.
loves people, but
Oh,
not
Mhm.
nearly as much as
it's
his
a little bit
rules.
harsh question right there, no?
Well, at least my visits are always such a hit. You mercenaries sit at the station for hours, and the staff almost lives here. Everyone wants to buy all sorts of nice little things from the outer and inner planets. That's what I'm allowed in here. By the way, would you be interested to know how I was born?
I didn't see that coming. What, is it an interesting story?
I think it explains my wanderlust. My mother gave birth to me on a transport ship, somewhere between Ceres and
Oh,
Earth.
people also ask about cameos.
That's why
Will
I
we
can't stay
have
put in
any
one place for too
cameos
long.
from the TV
Simple as
show?
that.
Yeah, I think so. That we actually talked about that before. So yes, we will have cameos from the series, and we actually will have some actors from the show visiting our game, but we cannot yet reveal who that will be.
Will the
But
Golden Toad make a
What's the point
cameo
in gossiping
appearance?
about customers? Aren't you afraid of
you know, the
crowds
golden
around
toad
station
is a
after
kind of
What?
A mascot? Course.
favorite, yeah, mascot and an Easter egg. So I think let's see if you can find one. I cannot tell you if there is one in the game, but I want to see you try to find one.
Consider it a secret quest.
Yeah.
So, look, we've got skill check here. We want to know some real secrets, and it requires a persuasion
go.
check. Let's try it.
Go for it, yeah.
It's interesting
More
news
secrets.
buying
We need
one,
them.
Of course, but I want to know some real secrets.
Yeah, right.
How does it
Real
work?
secrets are safe with me. Rings any bells?
Is it random?
Ah,
Is it
come on. You know so
predefined,
much,
and
it
you
must be
need to
impossible keep
have
it all to yourself.
some
Fine.
amount of points? Do you roll a dice?
My dears.
So basically, it's a flat check. In Expanse, we decided to go against the dice, and you just need to have a set amount. You do not know what exact amount you will need to pass certain check, and in dialogue, you most often cannot retry them. But in the world, if you can see, for example, a heavy crate, and you can approach it and try to move it, and sometimes won't have enough athletics, so you might be able to invest a few points and try again later, maybe succeed next time. So you will know the exact requirements at the moment that you will try to pass the check, and if you have enough points, you will just pass it. No randomness there.
That makes me kind of sad. I don't know. Even though the dice does not like me, I'm known as the crit one girl. I managed to roll critical 1 4 times in a row. The odds of that are
feel your
very,
pain,
very
yeah.
low. And
That's how my character died in my last D&D session.
oh, I'm so sorry. but at the same time, this allows me to succeed things I probably wouldn't otherwise. So
I did notice that you guys had skill checks that got progressively more difficult the more you attempted them in the conversation, like this persuasion situation. Is that going to be a theme?
I think that's an idea for this particular dialogue, because we are prying her to get more gossip from her, and she's getting more resistant to our tries. And to get real cool stuff from her, you need to have a higher persuasion check there. So it makes sense for her.
Let's try
Sure.
again then. Another check.
I think
Sure.
there also
Go for it, all the way.
will there be checks where companions can help you with checks.
Yeah, it's not that they help you actually with checks. They can try the check themselves. So it's not that you roll checks only based on what kind of skill your own character has. You roll them against all the stats of your companions in the group when you're on the mission, and when you're on the ship solving some particular situation, the whole team will contribute. So the companion with the highest check in a particular area will be passing the restriction, the requirement. And that's also a neat feature, because what I like about it, that we can actually show how companions influence the story. When a companion passes the check, he will answer the question, he will try to persuade, he will tell some interesting information that you might not get otherwise. That's kind of significant influence of the companions on your story progression, on how it works.
Well, had, but I don't believe the silver spoon backstory.
I never lie. The captain.
And now we actually got some juicy information about our captain,
Can you imagine?
ex-captain.
I'm sure it's all fake.
Maybe not.
So I guess that was the last check we could try.
Yeah.
Let's ask her about Eros and then check her store.
According to the news, Eros is under quarantine. I don't believe it. I can smell lies even.
Yeah, it will be interesting to look what she has.
What, like a psychic or something?
Like a businesswoman.
How many types of weapons do we have?
I wouldn't be successful.
Is it 5?
We have 5 types of weapons. It's handguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns, and SMGs. And they're divided into 2 groups: short-barreled and long-barreled. And you can practically have one long-barreled and one short-barreled weapon with you at any given time. They're mostly all the same in terms of efficiency, so it's not like the handgun is not treated like a sidearm. They might be as powerful as any other weapon.
Hey, but let's say you're very
ahead, though.
poor. Sorry. No, you go.
Okay. So I noticed when I was playing, you can't like swap your weapon number 1 in combat or your weapon number 2. I think it's like that in the Mass Effect games too. Is that a design decision? Like, what's the purpose behind that?
You can switch between them in combat. I mean, those that are equipped at the moment.
Only the ones
so
equipped
you
though,
can-
right? So if you had an assault rifle
yeah.
and a pistol, you can't switch to a sniper once you engage in combat.
Yeah, that's the design, because we didn't want the player to engage into some kind of build activity during the combat. So you go into the combat with what you have at the moment, and you try it, and if you fail it, just you can load and choose some other stuff to deal with the problem.
Can you steal from NPCs?
Depends on what you define by stealing. There's a lot of stuff lying
Pickpocketing.
around. Pickpocketing, no, that's not a mechanic that we have in the game. But actually, here in the Pink Water Station, there is a lot of stuff just laying around. It definitely belonged to someone before you got it. So, technically...
Let's go on a stealing spree.
Talking about combat, there were 2 questions coming from chat. One is if there will be zero gravity combat, and the other one if there is going to be ship combat.
Yeah, so there will be zero gravity combat, and we'll actually see it today in this stream.
Oh,
just
awesome.
a few minutes away. And as for the ship combat, not like a extra mechanic. So we won't be piloting our own ship and shooting torpedoes in real time. We decided against it because, again, in the Expanse universe, ship combats work slightly different way. It's a lot of computing powers, checking the trajectories, predicting where the ship will be the next moment. So it's mostly done through the algorithms. And even if real pilots are great assets there to do hard maneuvers, it's still something that is hard to make proper playable first-person mechanic. So in our game, we are showing some battle scenes and sequences, but from the point of view of the captain that actually makes decisions during those combats, not piloting the ship itself.
Cool.
Let's go and talk to our boss now. I think it's time to...
Oh,
for
interesting questions, by the way. Does our origin, Earther, Belter, or Martian, affect our life in different gravity?
The piranha was destroyed.
Oh, that's
Will
a
we need
great question.
Will we need additional drugs for our bone density if we go to Earth and play Belter?
They didn't exactly introduce themselves.
Yes, that's how the universe works. Belters who actually grew up in the low gravity environment, they have a very brittle bones and not very developed muscular system. So basically, descending to Earth, being a Belter, is very dangerous for health. In the Expanse universe, they actually have some kind of medicine drug that helps you to overcome the hazards of high gravity, but it's only temporary. It's not like you can live for a long time on Earth on those meds. It's just for a short visit, and we of course we know about that kind of technology, and we kept that in mind when designed such sequences.
Intriguing.
And now we're getting to the most important decisions of this beta sequence. Yeah, the major choice.
Yes, let's decide the way we will.
What shall we do?
Yeah. Should we ask him to believe us? Or that we actually don't need to convince him? Your call.
I think it's important to convince him, but that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
Do you want to play nice?
You have to believe us.
Okay.
But maybe if he does believe us, he could do something later down the road that could minimize the casualties.
So let's go first way.
Sure.
What do you think, Wolf?
You have my sword, Lua.
But Leo, what
I've
would
already
you
played
recommend?
this twice, so I don't want to give away anything for you.
Oh God!
Let's go. Let's go.
I've played this one.
Does chat want to
think-
help? What does chat say? 1 or 2?
I think we got for
Yeah,
one.
we've got.
Vote
But
for
we'll
one?
have vote for one. Yeah.
Never trust
We'll
chat.
have another one.
Pipette.
Okay. Next
Just
time
if
I
you-
want to hear chat asking, answering as well.
Protogen. I remember that brute. We saw her on Eros.
Sir, somebody hacked our comms. And not only that, the Nazi system is responding. They want to... We are preparing for what this is not command the hours. Not just yet.
We took their ship, but it was our only chance at survival.
And now they're here, boarding my station, handing out orders. Protogen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
So another
Not.
important
Mhm.
choice. Maybe let the audience decide.
What are we
which
going to
option
do?
Yeah. Vote in the chat, 1 or 2.
Hmm.
I think in our chart it's even. No, I think one is winning. One is winning.
One is winning. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for one.
Let's go.
Let's
My
go.
chat, everyone say two.
And now they come for us.
Oh.
Sorry.
I guess
There's
it's
a
called
lot
second
of
place.
two.
Turn it off. We're done.
I'm responsible not only for you.
And our chat is basically only twos.
What do you want from me?
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Who
Yeah.
does Owlcat choose? The Owlcat community or Loyalities community?
Well, now this
I
is.
got-
Yeah,
Oh, I have a
now
dice.
The last
Flip it.
Who's the
last
meanest of them all?
and the most important of the choices. Yeah.
Should we ask him to cover us, or human lives are more important, and we'll do our own way?
Two, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh damn it!
Ooh. Now.
2, 2, 1.
It's even again.
Now it's more divided, but
Yeah,
yeah, now it's more divided as well.
I think 2 is winning.
I think one is winning because they want to do the skill check. I think we should do the skill check. I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go for a skill check then.
Let's go for it.
Cover us. Order everyone to take arms and defend the station. We'll all have a chance of surviving if everyone backs
Have
us
no
up.
regards for human lives. I see.
Even if you surrender the station peacefully, Protogen won't just fly away. We witnessed what they did on Eros, and they'll kill anyone we've had contact with.
Hey, remember what happens to Donager?
They hacked our comms instead of contacting you.
Not like the twins know,
That doesn't bother you at
but we
all?
do.
Here they come.
Like hell, I'm going to give up my station without a fight.
Thank you, Oscar. We won't forget this.
Now, I'm into the vent. Get to your ship, and good goddamn riddance.
Will there be perception checks?
We go
Chat
here.
was asking.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
I
there will.
think one
Yeah.
is
You're up.
coming soon. Or 2.
Yeah, I think there is at least 2 of them in this mission, and that's one of our 6 skills. Perception.
People love how tall the sisters are.
Yeah. Oh,
Perception check go off automatically? I don't remember it in my runs.
It's more or less automatically. So there is a mini game associated with the perception check. If you have enough of the skill, you will be prompted to search for an object around you.
Okay.
Actually, we had quite a few feedbacks about tall belter sisters, and people were not really understanding why O'Connell is so small. We're calling him a dwarf and being not very nice to poor guy. Not realizing that there's a belter sister.
The line to Steam Guide that don't freak out that if you choose to play as a belter, they're very tall.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the idea.
I guess I stood in fire too much.
Yeah, because people were asking why. Some thought it was a bug. Oh, if you're down, Jay can help.
Yeah,
If
hit
you
it
have
already.
repair spray, right? Repair full.
Yeah.
Okay, this party of enemies is down. I guess we need to search for some loot now.
Did any of Pink Water guys survive this encounter? Because at the start we've seen that they're fighting Protogen invaders. Because Oscar ordered them to.
I see two
They said
survivors.
something.
Yeah,
right now.
they're yeah. I see them.
Should I talk to him?
Managed
them?
to save some. Good job.
Yeah, I can talk to them.
These assholes have already spread out across
Yeah.
the station like cockroaches. What do they want?
Us. And the
You
ship
guys
we
thinking
came
about
in.
adding a crouch outside of combat at all, or is that completely off the table?
No more lollygagging. They're probably on your trail.
It's not. I think we're not doing that because that does not really makes much sense mechanically. There is no like stealth option or something like that. So crouching, it's not like you could use it for something particular in the game.
We copy.
You can't pickpocket, so.
Our own personal search and rescue.
If we do pickpocketing, sure, we will add
Yeah.
crouch.
Looking at the tactical map and the feeds from your suits. I've got company,
So,
and locked doors aren't going to keep them out for
how
long.
is, like, money?
Snatch up our ship if we don't hurry.
I'll guide you through.
Is it easier
You
to
mean-
get money and resources if you play as something that, let's say, it's not a belter?
Thanks for the help, Sabar.
Um,
Do you have different
That's a
missions
tough
and
question.
specifics?
That's a tough question to answer. Well, actually, it's more related to how you play. You might be, as I said before, you might be more egoistic and might be searching your profit in every situation. And there is way to find profit there as well. So in some choices, you might make some money and do some morally doubtful stuff to actually make some money. That's not actually doesn't actually depends on whether belter you are or Martian. Anyone can be mean, you know, in the Expanse.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Let's ask them over dinner sometime.
But let's say if
watching
you're a
out for-
belter, you can't go pirating.
Why not?
Okay. But would a Martian do that?
Left side has a good vantage point.
You mean will the Martian hunt you if you're pirating as a belter, or?
No, yeah. But is there any, like, do you get different quests offered to you based on the faction that you join?
Actually, yes. You get different loot, different. We have some vendors associated with the, particular factions. So depending on what factions you actually are friends with, you might be able to access different loot, different equipment, and different prices as well.
Also, I think your background influences some quests you get, like a whole quest chain. But maybe we haven't a lot about it yet.
Yeah, it's a part of the origin and politics system, so I cannot tell much about that. But again, I think we said it before that we will have some exclusive content depending on the origin you take. So some missions will be only available to Belters or to Martians, for example.
Is there any system that, since there are different factions, depending on your origin, can it be easier or harder to approach certain factions?
Sure. You actually have quite a fixed entry points to the politics system and to some of the story arcs depending on your faction. So, for example, if you're Belter, you have some ties with 𝑜𝑡𝑒, and it makes it easier for you to approach a certain very well-known character from the series and deal with him.
Nice. Cool. I have a question from chat. Is there melee combat?
Again, in the Expanse universe, melee combat as itself doesn't make much sense because running around with a sword or anything like that is not a good way to survive in the gunplay. But we have melee strike. That's something that you can just strike with your weapon if someone gets too close. And also we have some classes, not to say classes, we don't have class system, some play styles that are mostly focused on going on a fence and getting really up close with the shotgun or with SMG, and even with the tactical shield. There was a tactical shield that we've shown in the announcement trailer. That's something that is mostly used by our companion Michael. But that is also a gadget that is accessible to the player and can be used by the player. So you can equip the shield and, for example, some kind of heavy pistol, and go around the encounter, getting really close to your enemies and shooting them. That's also a way to play.
By the way, we just had a perception check you asked about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was
wow!
Some
I totally missed that.
There was some hidden
Now you know.
loot spot in the wall, and we found it.
There was actually a very good handgun behind that skill check. I like that
You
one.
can equip it.
Oh, I will equip it then.
Sure.
So, I guess running in circles isn't useless after all.
Because this one, Weber, is a basic one. It actually has a damage debuff because it shoots with plastic bullets.
Guns? Plastic bullets,
yeah. It's another thing from Expanse universe. Because shooting in spaceships is might be quite dangerous. So they have plastic bullets mostly on their basic weapons. But this one has real bullets and gives quite a punch.
Be careful where you shoot now.
Can you actually damage your environment?
There is a system of environmental destruction, and I think we'll see it just right in the next encounter. Actually, the environment around you can be affected by your shooting and can be destroyed. Not in the manners of mechanic. Again, you cannot drop down a platform just by shooting at it. But there is another system that we call combat opportunity, and your companions actually can exploit the weaknesses of the structures around the world, and they can blow up some heavy stuff and maybe destroy some platforms that enemies are standing on. You will see it right in the next encounter.
Are you ready for some 0G fighting?
Oh, 0G, let's go.
We got ourselves into something extremely.
So yes, in this part we were actually outside the station, but as we were on the submarine and the station is a spin station, it's rotating, we had gravity. Even despite the fact that we were in space, we still had gravity. And now we are going up to the spindle, and there is no gravity on the spindle. So that's where true zero-G stuff starts.
Yeah, I really appreciate the audio design for Zero G. I know, Lua, you and I can't hear it as well right now, but the sound is really cool in the Zero G environment.
I'm gonna find out soon. Soon I will play it. And can't wait. But I can hear a little bit.
I guess we even heard the video about how the sound was made for such scenes.
Yeah, a Dev Diary, the previous one.
With the guy from NASA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
it was quite an experience.
People ask, will we be able to experience different gravities, not just 0G, 1G, O3G? It's a spoiler.
Yes.
Really?
Well, I don't think it's quite a big of a spoiler because most of the locations in the Expanse universe again are set in somewhat lower gravity than the Earth gravity. Earth is the most heavy, so to say, planet location in the universe, and even on Sirius or Eros, gravity is set about 0.3 G. And we actually supported it in the game, not in the way that it affects your gameplay. It would be a bit awkward to play with, but you can see it in cutscenes when people jump or throw stuff. You can see that the gravity is slightly off. It's not like a normal gravity like we are used to.
Oh, by the way, our stream has been running for 2 hours. I
Really?
think maybe we can do the giveaway now.
I think it was 1 hour.
Because,
Oh.
But still, yeah,
1
it's
hour,
a good thing to do a giveaway. Sure.
Maybe we could start, or at least explain to people what they should do, because I
I think
can see they.
we should do it right
doing some-
after this encounter.
Yeah, when we have a break.
Okay.
Have you shown the tactical pause off to people watching?
Oh yeah,
thought that
can you
was pretty
show
cool.
the active pose, tactical pose? Yeah, it's
A lot of
F.
CRPG fans, so.
Yeah, so we can.
It gave me massive flashbacks. If you press F, yeah, the time slows to 10%,
And you can think a bit,
and you can, yeah,
switch between characters.
you can ask Jay to do something suicidal.
Yeah, you can ask him to advance and take action up close,
Have a sister on the
or
throne.
to use, or to use
The exploits.
her grenade, or exploits. Yeah, exploits are also around this level. I missed if we showed them already.
We showed one exploit in
Okay.
the base. If you advance a bit, there will be another exploit, I think. Watch out for
That's really nice.
sniper. Can you do task queuing? Can you plan different actions?
No, there's no mechanic to actually queue several actions in the tactical pause, but there is no cooldown to it. So when you actually make an order for a companion to do something in particular, you just can pause again after he's done that and order something else.
Are the covers destructible? People ask.
Some of them are. I think it's about 50-50. So some of them are destructible, some of them are not. And it's a good way to make player to be aware of the surroundings, and to move around and see where is the safest place on the encounter to shoot from, just to stay on his toes.
Yeah, there are definitely a few barricades that I wasn't able to, hang out, hiding behind for too long.
Yeah. And here we have a technical skill check.
Puzzle?
Engineering
And
check.
yes, and we did not have enough points there. So we were prompted to use a focus drag. There is a mechanical focus drag. And if you haven't got enough, you can just press E at the moment of a check. Use a focus drag to get a +1 and to pass it.
Cool.
Yeah, it seems it worked. And
Oh,
now,
here's Jace helping.
yeah, now we need to follow it.
You want to see what's in there? Yeah.
Leo, people ask our
I think we
favorite
promised-
questions. Do mech boots auto-disengage when someone is killed in space? Why do the bodies fly away?
It's quite a story actually, because we developed a system to keep mech boots attached to the ground after the death of the owner. But there were a lot of waving figures on the encounter. It was hilarious. It was looking like, those blown figures from the car commercials on the road, something like waving with hands. It was too funny to keep it that way. So that's one side of the answer, and another is that it was actually very distracting, and you couldn't tell who's still alive, who's dead. So we slightly tweaked down the chance of staying attached. Some of them still will stay attached and still will be attached to the surface and will be waving, but just not all of them, because that would be hard to orient in the battle.
I had no idea you could do. My perception must be 0, because I missed all of this in the 0G environment. It's actually pretty cool to watch you go through it.
Wait, can we look at the planet? That was such a nice view.
Yeah,
I
we
think,
sure
yeah.
can.
Yeah. Oh, we wanted to do a giveaway, by the way, after this.
Yes.
The
combat.
real
That
reason
is
why
true.
people are here.
So yeah, give us the nice view.
We can
let's
just
do it.
pause and yes, enjoy the planet.
Yeah,
And
so
rotation.
You can actually
of
see
beautiful floor.
see that
Oh, that's
station is
gorgeous.
rotating, and the planet shifts from the view because you're on the rotating part of the station.
That's awesome.
okay, so about our giveaway, there's a few rules, let's say it like that. First, it will be running on Owlcat Twitch channel only, so if you are watching us from another platform and want to participate, please join Owlcat Twitch, and then in a few minutes I will just run a bot which will give us a command, and everyone should type this comment in the chat to participate, and after some time we will pick up our winners. So I will give let's say 5 minutes for those who want to participate to join our Twitch channel, and then we will start. And meanwhile we will advance.
We can answer some questions in the meantime, I guess.
Yeah, and I will investigate this room.
I have an interesting question. Which games inspired you besides Mass Effect? And which inspiration is more important, Mass Effect and those games, or The Expanse as the source? Because these things can be in a little conflict sometimes.
There is no straight answer to that, because first of all, if you talk about the games that inspired us, there is too much of that. There are references and there are inspirations, and talking about inspirations, we're all gamers and we love a lot of different games, and we took inspiration from every one of them, depending on the developer, depending on what he played before and what he loves. As for references, that also depends on the particular system. So, for example, for the cover system or for the movement system, we were watching such games like Gears of War or Division, because they've done it really well. And for some other things like maybe companion AI, we watched some lectures from guys that made it for Uncharted and for Last of Us. So again, we used all the references, all the experience we could reach. So no straight answer here. And as for preference between looking at the Expanse or Mass Effect or anything else, again, the Expanse is very interesting universe. So in terms of world building and the universe, obviously, we looked at the Expanse, the series and the books, and anything that we can get from the universe lore, and there is so much of it, including the comic books and then the novels. If you have seen the image of everything that exists in the Expanse universe, it's quite formidable. I think there are like 9 novels, major novels, some like maybe 2 comic arcs, and there is a lot. So obviously we've looked through all of that, and the Expanse universe was a major reference for everything that is concerned, the world building and the character building and so on and so on.
Somebody asked, since you guys were playing around with the magnetic boots on and off, can the player have any control over their boots?
You mean if the player can actually turn it off and
Yeah.
fly away? It's quite a dangerous move because you cannot come back
Just for a
after
little
that.
bit.
Actually, yes. I think it's also safe to say that we have mechanic. It's just not in this part of the game. It will be rebuilt a bit later, but you can make short jumps when you turn off your boots and use your jetpack.
Nice.
It's not really a jetpack. It's a kind of maneuver thrusters of your costumes.
That's
Yeah.
even cooler.
Yeah, I think it's
So the
time.
gear I noticed, is it?
Yes, sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's time to run our giveaway. And
But
Yeah,
sure.
people got crazy. I just need to start it.
Go on.
People will riot.
yes.
Okay.
Enter the giveaway by typing remember can't in chat.
And there we go.
Fair
Got
enough.
entries. And now I can go back to the
Yes.
game.
We have like a whole memory service for Kent now. Rest in peace, Canterbury. He was such a nice ice hauler.
The protogen ship is just undocked. It's
Can you
standing
throw anyone
for you.
out of the airlock?
On the double. You'll see an airlock leading inside.
That would be kind of a spoiler, I think.
Ah, I just saw that question many times in chat. I thought may as well ask.
That's a very good question. I love those sequences in the show, and actually, I remember the Telltale games about the Expanse. It started with the sequence of throwing your captain from the airlock. It was a great intro into the Expanse universe, you know.
Yeah.
You mentioned the airlock. Where is it?
Right ahead. About 50 meters. Getting there is suicide.
I think they also had the like premiere announced the game with a trailer where Kamina is deciding whether she should throw her captain out or not, and it was so intense.
Yeah, actually, it was one of the major choices there. Yeah.
Let's get into this airlock quick.
No spoilers. If you haven't played it, guys, you should. If you love Expanse,
It has quite nice story.
it's very
yeah.
fun. Yeah. You can loot
And there is
abandoned
also, I
ship.
think, a free DLC about Christian
Avasarala.
Avasarala,
Yeah.
which is also one of the favorite characters of the show.
I guess for many of us.
Sorry, but the situation was way too odd.
Okay, so we escaped the ship. And now need
Oh,
to...
we also have a question which I think I can answer. Will we add Brazilian, Portuguese, Polish, Korean, or other localizations? People ask this a lot, but we don't plan to add more languages until their release, at least. And then we shall see.
Another words, just keep asking.
Oh God, please don't.
Well, that's what's gonna happen.
My day starts with like a million questions for this language or that.
Back in my day when I started playing games, localization was just not a thing. And one of the reasons why I learned English is because I just didn't have a choice. And I got so used to playing games and only in English that when games have localization, I never play in my native language because I got used to playing games in English. So I can't go back.
Very much the same. Yeah, I can relate. It was the same reason for me to learn English because I think I started Baldur's Gate 2, something like that.
Yes, me too, actually.
Did you guys play with a dictionary?
No, at first my dad would translate for me the dialogue, and eventually he was like, "Why don't you play a game with less dialogue?" And I was like, "No."
Okay. We've shut off the cooler.
So I kept playing Baldur's Gate 2 by trial and error because I did not speak English at the time.
People say Baldur's Gate nerd bonding moment. Yeah. You guys, I don't know. I think Baldur's Gate, the second, brought so many people into loving RPGs.
Yes.
Zafar,
So
how do we open this door?
The alarm. You need to turn it off. The IT center will be at the end of the corridor, on your left.
Playing BG2 without translation is so based.
There was the manual of the game. That one has localization, so I remember whenever I would go on a travel with my parents, I would be reading the Baldur's Gate 2 manual over and over again as a hobby. I was obsessed with
So
it.
you at least had a manual. I didn't have such an option.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't have a manual. I had this big dictionary, super
Oh,
fat, and I was
wow.
like, what is Viconia saying to me? Is she trying to dump me?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, the manual didn't do much. It basically gave you a basic understanding of the companions, and that's it.
You didn't play Morrowind without
There's not much.
localization, did you,
Just some
Lua?
certificate lying out in the open.
I can't imagine that.
Pinkwater's operative of the
Oh
year.
God, no! I already knew English by the time I got to Morrowind.
Good. Even when you know English, it's still hard to figure things out.
I actually loved it.
Oh, it's a great game. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Quite a difference.
but I did have like to write down the stuff. I actually love when games that I
Notepads.
used to write down.
Me too.
So when are we giving the keys?
What is this combat coordination item that he just got?
Oh, you can equip it, I think.
Let me check.
Yep, that's
Open your-
part of your progression system, the equipment system. You can open. Yes, here you can see there are 4 items that you can change. They
that the
give you
crafting
various.
station?
Yep, and in front of you is a crafting station where you can actually not only craft new stuff but also upgrade existing one.
That's
That's
right.
also an important part of the progression.
I did see some questions in chat about crafting. There we go.
Mhm.
There is a question. build-wise, do you specialize in a specific weapon? Like, let's say a pistol build, a sniper build, or...
Not at the start. So our presets are mostly your starting equipment and maybe just a few points invested in the particular skill trees. So at the start, you can probably use whatever you want and see what you actually like, what you want to invest into later in the game. But as you play the game later on, you will have skill trees for your characters where you can actually specialize to particular weapon types, gadget types, maybe to be better with companion handling and to better with survival skills, something like that. And actually, if you like particular gun, particular maybe pistol, you should definitely see its own skill tree. That's what we just looked at in the crafting and at the workbench. There will be some very interesting bonuses there, especially if the gun is good. If it's somewhere in the middle game, you will be able to access later upgrades, and they are always very nice. You should definitely check them if you like a particular weapon or gadget.
I noticed a lot of gray boxes like under the exploration skills. Are those all going to be filled in with passive nodes and stuff that you invest into?
The gray boxes.
Or grayed out boxes. Like when you go in the persuasion tree on the left and right of the main skill line, there's like grayed out boxes.
I know what you mean. No, that's just part of the interface decoration. It's not there's something there that will appear.
Oh, I saw a question I love in the chat. Can I specialize in throwing rocks at my enemies? Asking for a friend named Marco. Good one.
Sure.
Nice.
Can they?
Oh,
Can
by
they
the
throw
way,
rocks?
Leo, can you explain a bit about this hacking screen I'm currently trying? Because
okay, so this is one of the skill checks again. That's a hacking skill. You can actually try to get admin access and to get some encrypted stuff from the terminal. Here, basically, you need to scroll through the code sequences. You can see the entering pin on the left. You need to find one. You can do it with the buttons. Like
up and down,
V and S.
Yeah.
Up and down, yes.
They need to match.
Oh, I see. I just did it with my...
You can do it with movement buttons, yeah. So you can see that you need to match 3 pins on the left with pins on your current code sequence. And then you proceed.
And I'm out of
Keep
time.
doing that, and eventually you will get to the other side.
I will try again.
I know you cannot share anything about
vibe
romance.
coding.
Vibe code, oh god. I know you probably cannot share much more about romance, but I feel like I should share this question with you. Somebody's saying that they're gonna romance the proto-molecule.
Definitely could try to.
I feel like proto-molecule
From
is
my
most,
knowledge of the universe, you might end as a part of the ring.
Or maybe die on Venus.
Proto-molecule is more desirable than Regina right now, I think.
I guess
We had quite a few requests about the romance. I think there were people that really fancy this protogen lady and the enemy that is shown here in this mission. And then there were some requests to romance Christian of Saral, of course.
Of course.
She's married. She's a married woman.
Maybe they have an open relationship.
That makes it even more interesting.
Her husband is welcome.
Okay, I have mats for another upgrade, and then I think we can move on.
Have you thought of a name for the ship?
Jay and I escaped from Eros on this ship. I want to name her after us, but
So if I'm dating
unfortunately, I
Regina,
choose to-
and then I happen to go to the brothel a few times, is there going to be an in-game mechanic that recognizes that?
Oh, you have to go to the brothel a few times? Excuse me?
Well, I mean,
Why would you want to cheat on Regina if you were so lucky today? Like, she's the
She will
queen.
definitely know. She's a master of
No.
spying, you know.
Oh, big guy is approaching.
This is a question I've seen multiple times. No co-op, no multiplayer, correct?
Yes.
No.
I just wanted to confirm. Yeah, no co-op, no multiplayer. It's a single player.
Actually, to be honest, we discussed that option earlier in the development stages, whether we want to go co-op, because it's always a nice feature. But when we actually laid out our designs, we realized that including co-op would drastically change the structure of the game. You can't just do it as easily as you do it in isometric games. Every cutscene needs to be paused or stopped before your companion will get to the point where you're at, or he will be just teleported there or something like that. So you need to either do a completely different game to make it playable in co-op, or significantly make your player experience worse to make it sustainable in co-op.
Alright. Honestly, I've never willingly thrown myself into
The
incoming
chat is praising Larry.
Yeah, he look
I
at
support.
Larry saves the day.
deserves all the praise, yeah. Larry's a goat.
he was already tired, and now he's even injured.
No, he was also wounded. And he'll still not get any vacation.
Can relate.
And he's not going to get paid for this either.
Come with us?
Yeah.
I'm not a mercenary or a soldier.
Too bad he can't join us.
I think Larry was so tired he didn't care whether he would live or die.
I'd better go to the terminal and contact anyone else who needs help.
Poor guy.
A true
And they
hero.
managed to dock.
Well, their ship
Yes.
appeared at the very last moment. They hacked our comms and docking system, and here we are.
People have a question about animations because we have such a huge height difference between Belters and other characters. People wonder how will animations work, especially if a couple of characters are involved.
I don't want to know.
We actually designed and developed quite a system to support that in the cutscenes, because it's obviously was a challenge. I think the lowest Earther is about 175, and the highest Belter is about
And his name is
215,
Connell.
something like that. Maybe. I mean, from the player side. If talking about the NPCs, they might be even higher. I think somewhere in Ceres we had a guy that is like 2.5 meters long, quite a long one. So we actually had to address that issue in the cutscenes and dialogues, and to develop a proper system to support the difference in heights and still. Because in the early dialogues, Belters were just sticking out of the camera. They were just cut somewhere around the neck.
I remember I drew a little picture early in development where the Belter character comes to talk to Zafar, and Zafar ends up looking at her chest. Mad.
Is gnome a playable
Right.
race?
No? I
In
don't remember
Pathfinder Wrath
saying
of the
that.
Righteous, you can
Oh,
play
wrong,
no.
wrong universe.
Wrong game.
I have two questions. One, is Larry romanceable? Two, how friendly is the game to new people who are new to the Expanse universe? or is it really worth for them to go read the books and the show?
So here in this beta sequence, we refer to quite a lot of the events from the series and some terms, particular texts, gadgets, medicines, and so on and so on. But need to keep in mind that that's the second part, the second mission in the game. So actually, we're missing the whole lot of introduction to the universe that will be there. We're aiming to make a game where player can feel comfortable even if he didn't read the books or haven't seen the show. So it's not like you need to be an expert in the Expanse lore to play the game. No, it should be perfectly safe to start the game without any knowledge about the universe at all.
Oh, thank you.
But it's way cooler if you watch the show.
That is true because
the show is very
there's
cool
so
too.
much references, and that is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
guess
just
if I-
recommend to watch the show to everyone.
If I would recommend, I would say that since the game starts, basically the time frame of the game they said earlier is the end of season 1 to more or less the end of season 3.
More like the end of season 2, start of the season 3.
Okay.
Somewhere there.
So maybe if you can, maybe watch 1 to 3 or maybe season 1 just to have a general idea.
It's just to amplify the experiences. As I said before, it should be really enjoyable, even if you don't. But if you do watch the series, you might be slightly ahead of the story and know what to expect and see actually. I mean, not our story, because our story is different from the series. But it's always nice to see a reference to the events of the main story if you know it, because there is plenty of those in the game.
It would be pretty cool to not know much about Proto-Molecule, too. Playing the devil's advocate, now that I think of it. So
Yeah.
either way should work fine.
A bit of intrigue.
Yeah.
But if they do,
I would
they'll know
also,
everything about
I
us.
guess, recommend to watch the books because we took some bits from the books as well that didn't make it into the show, like 𝑝𝑢𝑟𝑡 itself.
I
Belt
think
of
𝑝𝑢𝑟𝑡
Time.
was not shown in the show.
I
Maybe
think it
it was
wasn't in the
some
show,
small
yeah.
reference there or something like that. But
But it
it's
was
actually
mentioned in
an
the books, yeah.
existing security force in the books, yeah.
A lot of people have recommended the audiobooks to me, too.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
So I think we are approaching to the final fight and location. Maybe now it's a good time to announce winners of our giveaway and then finish the beta.
Sure. Let's do it.
We do.
Do we have some jingle about that? Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there will be a message in the chat.
Do you guys have motion blur on right now?
Oh, I think
I
it's
don't
just because I switched my window to a giveaway. Will return.
I just get so much crap whenever I stream a game and I have motion blur on, so I was just picking on you.
Oh, a question. Will we expand the beta or is it just it?
I did see that question a few times, actually.
Yeah, I guess people mean future update. Will we update the beta in the future? Will we add more content? Because
We
in
do
our
not have plan
previous...
to add more content now.
Yeah.
I believe since the game is coming so soon, it's next year, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they
Yeah.
should save their time to bring us the best game they can. Instead
Yeah, it's
of
faster
working
to
the
just finish the game
beta. Yeah.
than to make another beta.
Yeah.
And again, we're getting so much valuable feedback even on this part of the game. Should be enough for us to
Oh yeah,
work
people
on
asked
and
about
make
that
some
too.
changes.
Did we get something interesting already, like a version of control? Something like, yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I lost the command.
there is a request for joystick vertical axis inversion, I think. And as far as I know, I cannot do promises here, but as far as I know, we're going to actually do that for the beta, and it'll be in one of the next patches. But that's mostly how far we can go with the updating the beta. We can treat some bugs, fix them,
Yeah, we
maybe do some
minor things.
quality of life stuff, minor stuff. Yeah, but to bring another mission or some other part of the game, it would take too much focus of the development team that it would actually affect the quality of final product.
I have a question
As
regarding.
for-
Go ahead.
As for the feedback, we got a lot of feedback. We are still processing it because beta just stopped. So we'll need a bit of time to look through all of this, and then we'll discuss it and decide what to do with it. That's usually how it goes.
And not to make too rash decisions, because you know how developers work. Any criticism can actually drop them to deep depression for a month.
No more.
Oh, they're like, oh no, people left this comment. I need to change my entire game now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's usually how
works.
it goes, I bet.
Yeah, and Leo has to run to every dev and be like, don't, wait.
Yes.
Don't
That's
Yeah.
what I've been doing.
Well, for
since
people
the-
that are
the
watching,
start of the beta.
you know how you can see the Zafar icon and you're pressing Y or whatever on mouse and keyboard to activate Zafar's support with the machine gun turrets. Is that how
Exploit,
like
yeah.
companions are going to operate, like that you don't have in your actual group? Are you going to be able to call in stuff like that? Or is it
Yeah,
just
that's
for
one
this
of
part?
the ways how a companion that is not actually in your combat group can support
cool.
your team.
Oh, I think Jay died.
I'll try to save him
Poor Jade.
in a second,
Oh.
but I'm under actually heavy fire.
Just
We don't
use
want a backseat
the
Force.
support from. Yeah.
Use the force of the ship.
I'm too far from
Oh, it's,
support.
there was another question about this in chat. The exploits, how far do you need to be from the marker to see it, to be able to activate it?
I'm not sure I can give a proper number of the distance. Usually, those combat opportunity systems are designed that you can see it and operate it from anywhere on the arena. It's not that big of arenas that you have in the game, and if it actually affects your combat, you should be able to use it from where you are.
Oh, Ars, can you pause for a moment and check the bot?
Yeah, I stopped it since our winners are already announced. No new entries should be.
Even their armor won't stand a chance against PvC fire.
Okay. It's time for Zafar to help us.
It was the final stretch anyway.
PvC will test its strength.
Now we can properly see this formidable lady. And the consequence of our choices also coming.
No visuals on target. Retreat to the airport.
This is our chance. Let's go.
Oh no.
That's how you became a captain.
The computer has uploaded your call sign as the ship's name. I need authorization.
Granted. Let's get out of here.
Prepare the thermonuclear charges.
Take one more. Don't lose hope. Everyone will know what happened.
Damn.
So actually, we asked Oscar to help us and to fight back, and that's how it goes if he fights back.
It didn't end well for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
By the way,
That's it.
after you finish the beta, you can see such a window.
Don't look. Don't look at it right now. You need to finish the beta first.
Yeah, but don't forget to pass this survey on your own if you're playing the beta, because we really appreciate
Don't touch
your
it if you
feedback.
don't play it.
Yeah.
I will know. I will know from your answers who played and who didn't. And I will rate all your
Awesome.
questions and
Awesome.
answers.
So,
this has been great.
People are writing in the chat, remember
you.
Larry? Oh.
one more note about our giveaway.
So nice.
Congratulations to everyone who won the key. I will contact you via private message on Twitch and give you your keys. So make sure that personal message is opened and give me a few minutes after the stream. Thank you. And now it's time for, I guess, last questions, last thoughts about what we just saw, and etc.
What's
I'd like
the
to start off-
estimated play time for the game?
I think it's about 30 hours, something like that, depending on your playstyle. Because if you explore every nook and cranny in the game, you might take more time, and if you're just beeline through the story, might take much less, depending on how you approach the game.
I know you guys talked about this before, but I'm sure a lot of people are curious that didn't hear it. How does, like, what agency do you have over, like, can you go to Earth at any time? Can you go to Ceres? Like, how does that work in this game?
Practically, right after this mission, you get your ship. You've seen that in the cutscene, and you get your freedom of movement, of exploration through the solar system. So you can actually choose whether you want to go next to the Luna, or to Mars, to Ceres, or somewhere else, depending on your story. And you actually have freedom to choose in what order to explore the story missions, the major allocations,
matter?
and
Does
where
it
you want to
change?
go. I cannot go into to that with spoilers.
So, yes, Lua.
Usually in an RPG, things tend to matter. That's how we know.
How we allow it.
Cool.
There is an interesting question related to our previous games, because space travel takes a lot of time. Will the game have timers? So, for example, if you go to one planet, the other planet dies as a result.
Not like that. No, we don't have a timer mechanic like we had in Kingmaker and game, for example. But the matter of time is quite important also in the Expanse universe, and those ship travels, they actually take a lot of time in the Expanse universe, going through from Mars to Ganymede might take a couple weeks, living with the crew and tight space. So we focused on showing the ordinary life on the ship, how the team adapts, how they actually talk to each other, cook some meals, do some exercises and something like that, just to make you feel that the time passes during your travel.
Shout out to Slandered
Cool.
Gaming.
Can you at least have an aquarium since you can't have pets?
You can have some hydroponic plants on the ship.
Ah, nice plants. That I love that. I love plants.
Is one of the companions a cannibal?
A cannibal?
Why?
Let's
Why would someone ask that?
They published an article on how we write romances, and there was something like at some point we realized that 3 female interests are cannibals. So people want to know which girl is a cannibal now.
I think that is some different universe.
I think we just need to leave it for you to find out. It will be the intrigue, the ultimate romance intrigue in the Expanse Osiris Reborn. Do we continue the tradition of having a cannibal waifu or not?
I guess.
I'm
I
not
guess.
going to answer that one. No.
I feel like if you don't at this
you know,
point,
you
some
know.
people are gonna be disappointed.
Will we have secret companions, secret romances, and secret endings? It's another tradition of ours.
It wouldn't be a secret if I answer that one.
How big is the Gemini on the inside? How many people can fit in? How can we interact with the ship?
I think in the terms of Expanse ships, Gemini is quite a big one. I'm not sure, but I think it should be possible
It's a
to
frigate?
have the team. It's not a frigate, no. I'm not sure exactly. Somewhere
I think
we
it was
called
a
it
frigate
frigate.
at some point. I think it's slightly
Okay, maybe,
bigger
maybe,
than
maybe.
Rocinante. It's slightly bigger, yes.
It is slightly bigger than Rocinante, yeah. So it probably can fit a crew of maybe 20 or maybe 30, depending on.
But that doesn't mean that they will have
But,
20 companions.
Yeah, we want. And actually, it would be quite crowded, and maybe they will have to take shifts on the sleeping bunks, because it's not designed to have that much sleeping bunks there.
And a related question, how comfy is the captain's cabin? Can we customize it like ourselves?
Oh, that's a good one.
Due to plot development?
Plot developments like romance? Is that what they're asking?
They didn't elaborate.
I know we're going there. No, still no. I'm not going to talk about romances. Talking about the captain cabin, it's obviously more comfortable than the rest of the cabins, and you will have some ways to change how it looks. Let's say that. Not actually the customization system. Not that you will choose the color of the drapes and carpets. No, but there will be some ways to change how it looks.
And I think one of the final questions is, who is the most toxic companion? Who is the most toxic?
Can I phrase this question differently? Who is the companion that can surprise you the most and you think has the greatest arc?
I think I said before that I like 𝑒𝑚𝑒 very much, and I think he's one of the most surprising guys in the crew. but also Alicia might be quite not what you expect from her. So there is some intrigue and mystery in there. But
Between the two, who is more toxic?
Michael is also very fun, but he's not
Michael
toxic.
is very mysterious. He's not toxic, but he has some
cool.
cards up his
He's
sleeve.
bro. Our narrative designers told me that the most toxic one will be the coffee machine, but we can't elaborate.
Especially if you don't clean it.
That's a good one. So I think it's time to wrap up if we don't
Wrap it
have,
up?
Yeah, don't have any additional questions. So thanks everyone for watching, for staying with us this evening or maybe morning, depends on your time zone. A huge thanks to Wolfheart and Duality for joining us. And
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It was fun.
And Duality will be streaming the beta as well right after our stream, so feel joined to watch another Origin and other
Thank you.
choices.
And I will also have some keys to give away.
Nice.
You're giving away $500 too, aren't you, Loyalty?
What?